Hello, legends. Z and Elder here. I have a client that brought a bike that he got a deal on. He got just a very great deal, less than half retail on this bike. But we were trying to set him up, and unfortunately, we could not complete the setup. And I'm going to use this as an example to do a little bit of a teaching video. You know, he gave me his permission to do that. But anyhow, this bike is a 53 center to center. So Velo rates it, they call it a size 61, but center to center is 53, which is well within his parameters. The seat tube is 73 degrees, which allowed us to set his saddle for him. So all of this was comfortable. We got his height, we got his fore aft, nailed it, he loved it. The challenge was, and I kind of suspected it when I measured the head tube when he showed up with the bike, this is 22.3 centimeters. This head tube is too long. We could not get him low enough, like how we have on his other bike when we used a regular stem. So in order to accomplish that, I happen to have a stem that is a 33-degree angle. It's a custom stem I had made a long time ago. That's what you see on here, but it looks funky, okay? I'm gonna bring the camera so you can see this stem. It gets him where he needs to be, but the look is just something only a mother would love, I guess. Look at that. You can see how aggressive that is. It puts his bars low enough because he's got too much head tube, too high. It needs to be like 11 or lower. 17 or lower, not 11, 17 centimeters. He's got 4 centimeters too much head tube on this bike. So this is more of a touring bike setup. You know, that's why they make them like that. It's more for people who want to sit upright, almost like we used to do on the cruisers. So when I put this stem on there, which is the same length, 13 centimeters as that one, it's not aggressive enough to lower the bars where he wanted to go. I could tell his position was different. He was not sitting in the same position, and he could feel the same thing. So he decided to go ahead and go with this stem and just try the bike anyway. He got a great deal on it. Worst case scenario, I guess he'll sell it or decide to just ride it like that. But I made it clear to him that this bike will never feel as good as the blue one, which fits him better, because this is too high. So it does not allow the upper body to go down enough. Okay, so that's where that is. So he asked me to put this stem back on there, which I had switched out. His original stem was too short. It was like an 11. So I put this on there first, which gave him his length, but it didn't give him his drop. And so he asked me to put that back on there so he can just kind of ride and try it and decide to just ride the bike like that. And he'll have to decide down the road. But I wanted to use this as an example to show you guys that if you're gonna go out and get a frame, if you can get a bike fit first and make sure you know what the limits are on head tube height, that will get you where you want to be. And of course, seat tube. His limit is 73 to comfortably do it without an aggressive throwback seat post. On here, it's really 17 or lower, but this one's like 22 plus. And he said he just didn't think about it when he got it. It was such a deal. He was working a deal with a guy. Yeah, spur of the moment. I mean, he bought it more than 60% plus off. And the guy had risked practically a new bike. It's a Velo R2. So I'm gonna put this back on there for him so he can just kind of ride it. But I wanted to use that as an example to explain to you that when you're selecting a frame, you need to know what frame will allow you to set yourself up. And so if you've never had a fit before, make sure you get one done to where by a fitter that you trust, so that he can let you know, okay, you want to at least get a frame that has, you know, a 15 over here or a 17 over here, and not go 20 or higher. Because he can tell you what frame will fall within the specs for you, because they have different kinds of frames. These manufacturers make different models for different markets. So racers don't ride 22 head tube frames. It's just, you're too high. This is more of a touring, you're carrying panniers and you just want to be sitting more upright. That's what these are. So I think the R2 is probably catering to that market, because the R5 in the same height was the gray one I made the video on slamming the stem, and it doesn't come up that high. So this is more of a touring. So you got to know what kind of frame you're getting and what the dimensions are that will work for you. Okay, so I just wanted to add that on there because I did a video on how to choose your road frame as far as talking about materials. But in that video, I was not talking about angles and so forth. So you need to know your seat angle that will work for you, and you need to know your head tube height, because the angle is not that critical. If they change the angle, it doesn't matter. The height allows you to set your bars where you like it to be, you know, for a road position. So I just wanted to do this quick video to let you know that it's important that you know what size, you know, the length of your top tube and your seat height as far as the size of the frame. You need to know what parameters you fall within and know what kind of frame will work for you. Because once you get outside of there, I mean, I did this just so he could feel what it took to get him in the right position. And we're going to end up putting this on there. I know he's not going to get the same feel. So whether he tolerates it is a matter of, you know, his decision. But he's just going to have to put up with it if he keeps this bike. It's never going to feel as good as the other bike. Okay, so guys, just know that get a fit or get your dimensions, get your measurements and everything for the kind of frame that you have that gives you the position you like. Know your frame that works for you so that when you look at these specs, you know what to do before you, what to get before you buy them. So what I've done here is, I just want to show you the bike. I've gotten it ready for him. He requested that I put the Triple T stem back on there, which gives it a regular look, but these bars are still never going to be as low as he likes it because of this head tube, but it gives the bike a regular look. The other stem on there was just very, very aggressive. So you can see now, let me bring this closer. You can see now the bike looks better. And he just could not get past that look. And I don't blame him. It was a pretty extreme stem. So as far as the challenge he's going to face is because this is too high. This is a touring bike. He can't get his road position on this frame. And those are the reason I'm doing this video, is to let you guys know when you buy a bike, you need to know whether you're getting a touring bike, a bike for racing, and so forth and so on, so that you can set the position you like before you buy the bike. So in this case, he got a great deal on the bike, but now he's got to make a decision where he goes from here. So he wants to ride it like this and see if you're able to get on with it. So I just wanted to show you guys that. But always make sure that before you buy stuff, especially frames, that they're going to be possible to set you up on that frame like you prefer. So he was a little disappointed, but he's going to give it a go and see how it works out. The bike looks awesome. That stem, the black stem, looks great on it. So he just sits, he's going to be sitting about 4 centimeters higher than normal. He just, right here, he needs to be, these bars need to be down here by that much. So 4 centimeters is a little over an inch. An inch, let's see, 2.5 centimeters is 1 inch. So maybe about 1.5 inches, you know, about 1.5 inches. So it's not too bad, but he can feel it. I could see the difference when he sat on the bike, you know. But anyway, I hope this video helps somebody who's out there looking for frames to make sure that you're getting something that is within your parameters. And if you're not sure, get a fit first, then buy a frame. But it needs to be a fit that you're comfortable with, because not all fitters are going to fit you for road. You got to tell them, I want a road position or a touring position, so forth. Okay, so be safe out there and don't let anything stop you from riding.